indicated in the survey that you like to go to museums. How often do you go to museums? Who do you normally go with? Do you have a special routine for when you go to a museum?
Model answer. I like to go to museums, so I often visit them whenever I have time. Mostly, I like to go to museums with a friend of mine who also likes to see exhibits and appreciates art pieces. This year, I went to the National Museum of Korea, the National Hangul Museum, the National Museum of Modern and Contemporary Art, and so on. Some museums, like the National Museum of Korea, are quite large, and trying to see everything at one time is exhausting. So, a rest at a fancy cafe in the museum is necessary for me. We can rest and talk in a comfortable atmosphere. I always collect the informative exhibit brochures. I don't like to buy souvenirs, but my friend does. She buys at least one thing, which she insists reminds her of her visit. I think the brochures are enough as a keepsake.
Tell me about the most memorable experience that you had when you visited a museum. When was it? What did you do? Who were you with? Why was it so memorable? Tell me the whole story. Model answer. While traveling to Paris last year, I had visited the Louvre with my husband. He and I started our day early because we knew that the museum was huge and we had a lot to see. We were told we couldn't possibly look at everything in a day, but we wanted to get the most out of our trip there. Indeed, the Louvre was truly a grand place. Thank God for the audio guides. Without them, we would have never known of the great historical background of each artwork. It was not only informative, but also very easy to use. It definitely helped to make our experience there memorable. I especially liked the Persian and Egyptian exhibits because, to me, they seemed the most exotic and surreal. I would recommend the Louvre to whoever visits Paris. Also, I would definitely go back again myself. When did you first become interested in going to museums? Tell me about your first experience going to a museum in detail. What was your first impression of it? Tell me about your museum interest from childhood until now.
Model answer. I have had an interest in things historical and cultural since childhood, and I've learned a lot from TV and books. So, I was naturally interested in museums since I was a teenager. When I first visited the National Museum, I was surprised at its sheer size. As I walked up to it from the subway station, the building looked monumental. The plan of the museum itself was simple. It's basically a long rectangle with exhibit rooms along the sides. The central atrium was all marble and bright from the skylights. The darker exhibit rooms held a lot of paintings, pottery, books, and sculptures. Very impressive indeed. The museum was almost exclusively about Korea. Some Western museums have artwork or ancient artifacts from foreign countries. Korea's National Museum, not so much, but it was a grand showcase for Korea nonetheless.